Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great Wednesday. I'm Joe, and on this one I wanted to demonstrate Front Range First Defense's Firestarters. This is a company I found on Amazon. I wanted to give it a quick test, give you my opinion, and this might be something that works for you. And real quick before I get started, if you guys don't mind hitting that subscribe button below, it doesn't cost you anything and it greatly helps out the channel. I love to make short videos on trips that I go on when I'm able to get out, but I also like to make gear reviews of the gear that I use, that I rely on. Having your support would be greatly appreciated, and hitting that subscribe button would do just that. All right, let's get started. So here are some of the products that I got from Front Range First Defense, and this is going to be a fire bellow that I will demonstrate here shortly. Some Fire Ace Tinder, which I really do enjoy, and this will be the main test here to see how long that lasts. And then I also picked up some of this rope that you light on the ends and can use multiple times. Just put it out after you get your fire established. So I will be testing that out as well. And everything will be started with a ferro rod they offer. I went ahead and took off some of the paracord attached to it, as I felt that this was way too long, so I adjusted it to my liking. Today we're going to be lighting up this firebox stove. I went ahead and pre-cut a bunch of almond wood from this to this, and we're just going to drop that in there and see if we can't use Front Range First Defense to get this going. I also want to get to that firebox stove started with this stuff just to find out how long this stuff lasts, because depending on the amount you use and you put down, it depends on the length of the burn time. I did a small test on this fire rope, and I know this erupts like an inferno and is going to be very easy to start that firebox stove. So what I did want to do is just test out the Fire Ace Tinder to see how efficient that is. But to show you guys, I would like to first start off with this. Whether you have a knife or you can use the provided scraper, I would recommend you break up the fibers as much as possible. That way you can take to a spark much easier. And I just like to scrape the ends like so. And you put that down. And their ferro rods are square. I thought that was really cool. This is the first ferro rod I own that is square, but throws showers of sparks. As you see, it didn't take long to get this going. So if I were to stick this underneath that firebox stove and just leave it there for just a couple seconds, I think we can get that stove going very easily. Now the Fire Ace is a different animal in itself, and definitely wanted to test out the capabilities of it. When you're done with the wick, whether you chopped off a piece or you left it on as a whole and used it as a candle, you could just tap it out. It goes out, save it for later, and they ignite just as easy the next time you need it. Oh, it actually just ignited by itself. So yeah, when you put this out, make sure it's completely out. And when you need it again, just scrape the ends, expose those fibers, hit it with a spark, and she's off and running. Now I wanted to show the Fire Ace Tinder, and this stuff I really like. You can pull out a dime, nickel, quarter size amount, whatever you're going to need. You can compress it to extend your burn time, or you can fluff it up, get a real big flame. So this stuff goes up very easy. And I've noticed that when this starts to die down, if you were to flip it and fluff it up, you can actually get to that flame a little bigger. This is a little independent fire kit that you can buy, and I will link all prices and everything in the video description box below, so you guys can check that out prior to purchasing or having to look it up. But this is just going to be some Fire Ace Tinder, one of the Firewicks, as well as 6 pieces of fat wood. So let's go ahead and get this firebox stove up here, and we're going to see if we can't get it lit. This firebox stove has a removable tray, so I'm going to go ahead and use it to hold on to some Fire Ace Tinder. And I'm just going to take probably quarter-size pieces, and ball them up and just set them down. And when I get this lit, I'll just slide it underneath the firebox stove and see if we can't use just this amount to get it going. And again, from what I've noticed is if you compress these, they last a little longer than if they were to fluff them up, exposing all the fibers. Let's see if we can't get this firebox stove going. So far so good. It looks like she's catching. And it looks like the Fire Ace Tinder's still going down there, but our firebox stove is already lit. That's gonna get going and just take off. You get a whole bag and you don't need much to get a fire going, as long as you prep right. Now in this situation, if your flame were to die down but you have a bed of coals and you add more fuel, you would take your fire bellow, extend it out, aim it at your fire source and blow into it, giving you the oxygen needed to get that fire stoked up and going again. So that was a real quick look at Front Range First Defense's fire starters. I'll be leaving a link in the video description box below so you guys can check it out, as well as the price so you guys can see how much they are. I really do enjoy Front Range First Defense's fire starters. I think it's a great product, different from all the other fire starters that I have. They're affordable and most importantly, they work. Let me know what you think about the video. Thumbs it up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'd love to have you. And I will catch you guys on the next video. All right, take care.